Morning. Today our topic is 3 ways to use a kombucha SCOBY. All right. So first things first, I wanted to let you know my name is Andrea Oram. I am a music teacher. I like helping people with TMJ issues actually because I dealt with my own TMJ issues pretty extensively for about 5 years. I really dealt in a hard way with them, but I've overcome. I've found some different natural solutions. Alternatives, if you will, to the traditional route, mostly because the traditional route wasn't helping me. And they were talking about surgery, and I said, you know, that's too risky for me. I'm out. I need to look at some other options. So here we are. I found other options. I found some other factors that can contribute to TMJ issues and been pain-free for about 5 or 6 years now. So anyway, all that to say, kombucha, or addressing gut health was really the primary thing that I did. That one of the things that I did, but that's why I mention it, because today we're talking about kombucha, and kombucha was a small piece of the gut health changes that we made in our home. And at first I started buying kombucha because I didn't know how to make it, right? And I drank kombucha when I was young, because my dad made it actually for a little while. So you'd think that I would have been like, oh, I know what this is and how to do that because he did it. No, I thought it was kind of weird when he made it, actually, to be honest. And I didn't start actually figuring out how to do it myself until way later. So anyway, long story short, I started making kombucha a year or 2 ago, and it has been awesome. Not only can you customize how you make it, so like in the store, you only get a certain number of different options, right? There's a couple different brands. Most of them taste super vinegary. And you're like, okay, I'm not sure I really want to drink that because it tastes like vinegar and not super flavorful when it tastes like vinegar. But there's a reason that it tastes like vinegar because, well, I go into that in the Homebrewing Kombucha course. I don't really have enough time to address that now because I'm talking about 3 ways to use Kombucha SCOBYs today. So if you want to know why some taste more like vinegar and some don't, or how to make it taste less or more like vinegar, you can check out the Homebrewing Kombucha Made Easy course. That is in the link of that is in the description of this video, so you can check that out. But today we're going to talk about 3 ways to actually use the SCOBYs. So the SCOBY is actually a byproduct of, or pellicle. Some people call it a pellicle. Some people call it a mat. Some people call it I don't know. There's a lot of different names for it. I call it a SCOBY mat or something like that. And the SCOBY itself, the mat itself, is just a byproduct of the process of making kombucha. So you don't super need it, one, to make kombucha, but it's a byproduct, meaning it is created as a result of the brewing, of the cultures doing their thing. So I've thought, like, you know, I really don't need all of these. I really don't need all of them. What do I do with them? So here's 3 ways to use kombucha SCOBYs, all right? Number 1, you can make like a jelly out of it. I have a cousin who actually showed me this recently. It was super fun. That I'd never tried it before. But you can take the SCOBY and some fruit or something that, you know, is flavorful, honey, something like that. And then you can take pectin, which is like a gelatinous substance, or that kind of thing, to make it into like a jelly. So that's kind of fun. Way number 2, I've seen people use it in their hair to do like a hair cleanse, and on their face as like a face mask thing. So they'll blend it up first. They won't just like slap the whole thing on their face. That would be kind of weird. But they'll use the SCOBY and like blend it up and then make like a paste. And they'll put it on their face, put it in their hair, and make like a cleansing, purifying substance. I've seen some people put activated charcoal in it too, along with the SCOBY. I've seen people put essential oils in it too. So there's all sorts of things you can do and like ways you can modify it. But that's kind of a fun way to do it. And the third way is you can make fruit leather. So you know how there's like It's almost like a fruit healthy version of a fruit roll-up. You can blend it up with fruit, and I think that's mostly it, the 2 ingredients. You should look up a recipe if you're interested, but you can put the 2 ingredients in, and then you blend it up, and then you lay it out on like a cookie sheet or something, and bake it at a really low temperature for quite a while. So that really helps it to, I don't know, dry out but not be super dry, but actually be kind of like leathery into fruit leather. All right, so those are the 3 ways. Actually, I just thought of a bonus 4th way, so here you go. And there's a lot of debate on this, so I'm not going to tell you what to do. Keep that in mind. But I talked to my holistic vet about this, so I have her okay, which means I feel pretty confident doing it. But I actually cut one of my SCOBYs up, or whenever I need to, I cut my SCOBY up into little pieces, so they're like maybe that big, and I put them in Aries' raw-fed diet. So they that she gets some of the probiotic or the healthy benefit content without it. There are a few precautions you want to take. You don't want to feed really big pieces, especially if you have a small dog, because they're very cellulose. There's a lot of cellulose, so it can be. Some people think, oh, maybe it'll get stuck in their intestines or something. I've never had that experience. I cut pretty small pieces. She's a pretty big dog. So use your best judgment on that. And I have my holistic vet's approval on that too. So there's that. But if you use caffeine in your brewing, so there's different ways to make kombucha. You can make it caffeinated or non-caffeinated. If you make it caffeinated, I would kind of hold off on this just because you don't want caffeine in your dog's system. That's not a super great idea. But again, that's a bonus 4th way you can use it. If you have pets and feel comfortable doing that, that's up to you. But that is 3 plus a bonus ways to use a kombucha SCOBY. And with that, I should finish this is a Ninja Red Butterfly PT kombucha. So it's super good. And I talk all about different recipes and things you can make in the course too. So if that's something you're interested in, check it out. If not, no big deal. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'm going to finish my kombucha. Bye for now.